our friend Charles Barkley was on Dan Patrick's show today, and he talked about his future broadcasting. And he had a dinner with Greg Norman from the LIV Tour last week. And it was at this dinner where Norman kicked the tires on Barkley and asked him if, he was in fact interested in calling the matches on the LIV Tour, which is a fascinating choice. Again, it's obvious that the LIV Tour is trying to reimagine the way golf is played. 54 holes, teams, right? Shotgun starts and music playing, and a totally different environment than one would think about for competitive golf, where if a camera clicks at the wrong time, it gets a nasty stare from a player, and then potentially, an ejection from the facility. A totally different way of holding a golf tournament, and this would be a totally different way of broadcasting. I mean, Charles does a great job in any broadcast that he's a part of, and those the matches, right, that's been held the last several years through the Turner family.
Love those.
Right? I mean,
so fun.
And he's terrific at it because it enhances the enjoyment, it enhances the comedy, the fun, the behind-the-scenes stuff that he's, Charles is not an expert player, as we all know. And so he's just incredible. Yeah. And just, his ability to say anything at any time and say it with a smile, but say it with, a jab. There's hardly anybody like him. And I know, the baseball community would love to have a Charles Barkley type figure, who's been there and done that, one of the top players of all time. I mean, he is the envy of any broadcast that he's on. If he joins the LIV Tour, it seems that he runs the risk of no longer being on Turner, which would be the loss for all of us. We would all lose out, not only because Inside the NBA is arguably the best studio sports show ever, and his insight on the NBA. If we lose that, it would be a loss for all of us. Now, Charles has every right to take the amount of money that's potentially going to be coming his way, although I was fascinated to hear that Norman, he went to the dinner with Barkley, but not armed with an offer. It's just like he asked him if he was interested, according to Charles, and my answer would be like, I'm sitting here, aren't I? Like, I mean, I could ask you about the Masters. Right. I could ask you about your career. I could ask you about, like, we could catch up on TV shows that we've watched. It's like, of course he's here. Like, I can't believe he didn't come armed with an offer saying this is what it is, saying I'll get back to you, and he hasn't. And Charles says that he would, they have till Thursday to make him an offer.
Yeah, that was how this all started. Charles is playing in the Pro-Am this week. The third LIV event is going on this weekend in New Jersey at one of Trump's courses, and he's playing in the Pro-Am. So Charles said, look, you got till the end of the Pro-Am to make me an offer.
And this is just, again, I do want to say this, and again, I've known Charles for a long time, and, he's kind enough to come on this show. He's the one who, he's known Susie longer than I have. It's just it would just be so disappointing to lose him as well as a voice in the world for what is good and right. We would lose that. Again, the video that went viral, I think was this at the event, the golf event, the American Century golf event in Tahoe. Somebody took a video of him supporting the rights for those in the lesbian and gay community to be married. And anybody who tells you that you don't have a right to your marriage, you tell that person to go F off. And he's going to play on a Trump golf course. It's just like he's going to go drive past the Trump sign, and this is his belief system. And again, like Dan pointed out, and I feel the same way. I'm from New York City. I mean, the Twin Towers are gone forever. Thousands of people gone forever. There's going to be a whole bunch of 9/11 families outside that golf course in New Jersey. But again, he also said that he's spoken to about a dozen big-name broadcasters who have been reached out to by the LIV Tour and who don't want to go first. I have not been reached out to by the LIV Tour. Maybe my stance on Greg Norman and this tour has kind of taken me off that board. But
we know David Faraday already said yes.
Again, and the amount of money, if they offer it to Charles, I totally understand why he would take it. And he's basically come out and said that he would. And we would if we lose him from Turner, but also as a voice in the world that could be countered as saying, well, you took the money from the LIV Tour, Charles, so I don't want to hear what you have to say on item X, Y, or Z in the real world, where he is an important voice for that too, for a lot of people. So I'll be keenly interested, and I just can't believe. I mean, maybe they won't offer him the gig because I assume Greg Norman picked up the tab for dinner. If you say, Charles, we want to talk to you, and Charles is like, fine, where are we meeting for dinner? That's an indication he's interested. Show up with an offer.
Yeah, I was shocked at that.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.